Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sasha and it's so nice to meet you.
The flowers will be blooming, the leaves will be turning.
So this is interesting. I know y'all are like, she hasn't posted in some months. Yes, I know, I'm aware I haven't posted in some months. And I apologize and I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna give y'all a whole rundown as to why I haven't posted in some months, but it's not, I'm not gonna sit here and make any excuses. It's just, I simply just wanted to just enjoy my first semester, just, you know, like without the obligations of doing some things, because I just wanted to get acclimated to school because it's a new environment and it's a change and an adjustment. So that's why I haven't been posting. But second semester, best believe, pinky promise, I don't take pinky promises lightly, y'all. Pinky promise I'm gonna do better, because I want to record mainly for the girls, of course, who are already at Spelman but who are looking at Spelman. I want to give y'all the opportunity to see like what you get yourself into, you know what I mean? Because I know that when I was looking at colleges, I wanted to know everything. So that's actually what this video is going to be about today. I'm going to be giving y'all a rundown of my first semester at the illustrious Spelman College. Like, don't play, okay? I'm doing this, like I said, because I didn't record this past semester, and a lot of things happened, a lot of change was made. It was interesting to say the least. I'm going to be taking out my hair while I'm doing this video because I have a hair appointment, because I'm going back to Spelman on Saturday and today is Thursday. My hair appointment is Friday, tomorrow. So I'm going to be taking out my braids. I have a whole list of things we're going to be talking about today. I should have everything time-stamped in the description below, so if you don't want to see one part, you can just skip over. I'm not going to be butthurt about it. I'm not. First things first, we're going to talk about NSO week. I know I filmed a move-in vlog, but I didn't really talk about like just the process of moving in, period. It's a little stressful. I'm not gonna hold you. It's pretty stressful. When you're trying to move all your stuff into this small area, it just gets really hectic. I know like me and my parents were getting annoyed at each other. Like it was a lot. It was too much. One thing I will make sure to tell y'all, to get there to your time slot on time. Like, get there on time. You won't be able to pick your time slot. No, they will give you a time slot. You can't pick yours. At least that's what it was for my class. I don't know about class 2028 or in the future, but for the most part, it wasn't too bad. And you have about 2 days, really, honestly, to move in. So you have 1 day, but parents are allowed on campus until after day 2. They're not allowed back on campus. Meetings. Anyone from class 27 can tell you that meetings is no joke, bro. When I tell you the whole week, like from sun up to sun down, you finna have some meetings. A lot of them are informative, you know, you should go. I would definitely recommend going to the meetings. Did I go to every meeting? No, I did not. But that's because I was just like, come on now. Like at 9 a.m. you don't feel like going to a meeting, sitting there, and yeah. I can't really tell you what all the meetings were about because it's just a jumbled mess in my head at this point because there were so many. They'll have like the titles of the meetings, class schedules, community service hours. They had a lot of Title IX meetings. I still think all the meetings you should go to for sure. They're very informative. Class registration was the hot mess. I'm not even gonna hold you. The one freshman tip I would give 110% is go to the Spelman website, look under your major, and look at your course sheet. All your semesters, they have what classes you should be taking. So it makes it 10 times easier to make your schedule. Banner is a little confusing to use if you've never used it before. That's where we go to register for classes. Get on Banner, start playing around with Banner. Before you register for classes, you can see what classes are available. And I went into Banner and I went ahead and I entered my classes. I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it right here what it's called. I entered my classes into there. So then when I went to go register, all I had to do was click submit. So then I wouldn't have to worry about typing for a class, looking for the class time, none of that. You just click submit. You done, you good. Do what I just said with like planning your classes out, I think that would be your best bet into not being so stressed out. Olive branch. Olive branch never happened. For those who don't know what olive branch is, it's when we get our Clark sibling, and now that Morris Brown is back open, we get our Morris Brown cousin, I think is what they said. That never happened. Every class gets a t-shirt. Really, it's really funny because you can tell like what year you are, like first year, second year, third year, fourth year, based on your t-shirt color. If you see somebody wearing it around campus, it's quite funny. What they told us was supposed to happen, I can't really tell y'all exactly because we never got it. So you're supposed to walk through the doors with your Clark Atlanta sibling and your Morris Brown cousin. That's what they said was gonna happen. That never happened, so I really cannot. That's what people told me. That's what like the older girls had told me, but I don't recall that. None of that ever happened. You go to Forbes Arena, which is on Morehouse campus, and you have to walk there. You have to walk the long way. You won't know that. And that's the crazy thing. As a first year, you will not know that when you walk to Forbes Arena that it's the long way. Until one day you have to walk to Forbes Arena and you're like, why did we go this way the first time? Like, what was that for? If you do olive branch, you don't get your Morehouse brother. That's not the same thing. That's why I got confused, because I was like, I thought I was getting everything. My Morehouse brother, my siblings, my cousins, all the above, the whole family in one day, and I didn't. Sit in the gym, they introduce all the Mrs. and Misters of each college. They do a few announcements, do like a Title IX thing, and we just vibe. Like, it wasn't much. The main part of Olive Branch really takes place the after party. Morris Brown hosted the after party this year, and it was supposed to be on their campus, and that was supposed to be something. I don't remember what it was supposed to be something. Once again, I don't know when I was supposed to get my sibling. Some people said that's when we were supposed to get our sibling. It never happened because it stormed outside, it rained outside, so the after party was canceled. Therefore, everything that was supposed to happen never really happened. The parting ceremony and the induction ceremony. Parting ceremony, when you do with your parents, it is the saddest thing. I'm an only child, so I'm kind of ready to leave the nest, you know? Like, I've had a lot of eyes on me my whole life, and I kind of just wanted, I was kind of just ready, you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. I was just ready to see something new, experience something new. It's very normal. Best believe it's very normal to cry and to be sad about leaving your parents. It's very normal. The parting ceremony, they had some speakers. They had like this African spiritual performance, I think it was. Had a prayer, because I know my dad was sobbing. I was sobbing. My mom she was being the strong one, because we were both, me and my dad, it was bad, and I wasn't expecting myself to cry that hard, but I think I was crying because he was crying. But my mom, she stayed strong. She did, even though I knew she was gonna miss me. I don't know why she didn't cry. Like, she knew she was gonna miss me. Like, after parting ceremony is when parents aren't allowed back on campus, if I remember that correctly. The induction ceremony, I'll post pictures right here and videos. The induction ceremony, loved it too. Girl, make sure you know your Spelman hymn, baby. Because if you don't, you finna be sitting there like, like you not finna know the words. You feel like, I feel like, I wish I would have learned the hymn. I feel like it would have made the induction ceremony a little bit different for me. A little bit better if I had known the hymn. You have convocation with Morehouse that same day. Whole freshman class, we was so confused because we thought that, okay, the convocation was the same thing as brother and sister exchange. It wasn't. It was just basically a very inspirational speech from Morehouse's president. The Morehouse food trucks. We went over to Morehouse campus because everybody was talking about there's food trucks. Keep in mind, Spelman Calf closes 9 o'clock, I think. We were still hungry. When you're in college, you don't go to bed very early. Over to the food trucks, and that's actually where we met. That's where I met my main friend group as we speak. That was a great experience for sure. And you would do that like every day during NSO. Hole in the wall lemonade. That's something different. Get you some hole in the wall lemonade, baby. That's something different. Next, Market Friday and Hump Wednesday. Spelman College, we have Market Friday to support small businesses, basically is what it's to do. And I actually got my waist bead from Market Friday. I have a whole bunch of different vendors, and every week they pretty much switch it up. I know one of my friends, I'll tag her right here. She does waist beads, sells jewelry, all of that. So she was a vendor at one point. That was so exciting to see. Yeah, they have music, they have food. The food trucks during Market Friday, ooh, that's the best you might eat all week. I ain't gonna hold you. You look forward to Market Friday because you know you're finna eat good. You know you're finna put it on. I can't say it for it. You finna put it on, and you finna spend your money. You just can't wait for Market Friday, bro. I swear. Everybody from Clark, Morehouse, they can come to Market Friday too. So it was just really cool. And then on Morehouse campus, every Wednesday they have Hump Wednesday. I wouldn't say every Wednesday. That's a lie. I would say majority of the Wednesdays they had Hump Wednesday. The first Hump Wednesday is pretty much, I would say it's centered around the Morehouse students because that's when they get to sign up for clubs. As Spelman students, there are some clubs that you can sign up for. I did sign up for some clubs. Hump Wednesday is not the same as Market Friday. They have different things every Hump Wednesday, so I know sometimes I know one time they had somebody perform. That was the last Hump Wednesday. They've had pageant reveals, vendors. The vendors at Morehouse campus are really good as well. Of course, Black owned. Pageant culture. Ooh, so this is probably one of my favorite topics. My RHA sisters are probably like some of the best people I have met since I've been at Spelman. Everybody who is within RHA, I just love them all. I love them all. So you're probably, what's RHA? Let me explain. RHA is Residence Hall Association on Morehouse campus. So they have a Spelman RHA and a Morehouse RHA. This might get a little complicated, so just bear with me. Freshman dorms at Morehouse campus, they all have hall queens. They have three. They have a hall queen, a first attendant, and a second attendant. So the jobs of those three are to basically plan events for that dorm, just make the living experience a little bit better for the men over at Morehouse. I think it's a great way to network. That's the reason why I joined RHA in the first place, is because I thought it was an amazing way to network, get to know people on the Morehouse side. This is how the process went this year. Pick 3 dorms that you would want to run for. So there's a whole candidate list of girls who want to be a hall queen for a dorm. And Miss RHA, we'll get to that too. So there's a whole list, and you have to apply. First you go to the interest meeting, then you have to apply, and they'll let you know, if you've made it or whatever, and then you have to then campaign in the dorm that you were assigned. 3 options to choose which dorms you wanted. I think I chose LLC is my first choice, Du Bois is my second choice. I can't remember what was my 3rd choice. I can't remember, but I'll answer it right here. I chose LLC as my first choice because the majority of my guy friends stayed in LLC, and I thought that would be a really fun time. That's the reason why I chose LLC. Now, Du Bois is technically HH's brother dorm. So that's why I had chosen Du Bois as my second option, but I love them all. We campaigned. I'll insert my campaign picture right there. Then the boys would vote as to who they wanted to be their hall queen, and then whoever got the most amount of votes would be their hall queen. Whoever got the second most amount of votes was first attendant, and then second attendant was whoever got the 3rd most amount of votes. So I'm first attendant to Miss LLC. That's C5 right there. That's C5. Miss LLC is Miss Michaela. I love Michaela. Michaela has her own YouTube channel, y'all. Michaela Shondell. So that is my hall queen. I love her so much. And then we have Shelby Ray. Right? Shelby Ray, second attendant. I love my girls. Okay, let me tell you something. We might get at it once in a while, but that's okay though, because we love each other and because we're sisters. So I love working with them. We plan events for the boys. Pageant though. Once all of the hall queens for each dorm are appointed, we start preparing for pageant. So there were 7 hall queens, if I'm not mistaken, so 7 dorms. All the hall queens they then competed to be Miss RHA. So that's where the RHA comes in, okay? So Miss RHA is basically the missus of all of the dorms. She just does events for all the dorms from what I'm aware of. Miss Brooke is Miss RHA this year. I love me some Brooke. She's also Miss Graves. So as a Miss RHA, you get 2 titles. You get Miss RHA and you get the title of You as a Hall Queen. My girl Genesis. Oh, I love me some Genesis. Ooh, I love Genesis. Genesis, she is first attendant to Miss RHA and also Miss Hubert. And of course, Michaela Shondell, my girl herself. She is second attendant to Miss RHA and Miss LLC Phi Don't Play. All right. The practices are something. I'll say that. You know, in order to do something, you gotta practice. So if you don't think you can commit to something like that, then I would recommend doing it, because you just gotta commit. As to anything you do in life, you just gotta commit. So, and that's one of those things is you have to put your time into is RHA. And I think, me personally, in my opinion, it's worth it. 100% worth it. I've met a lot of people, a lot of amazing people. RHA is the only freshman Morehouse pageant. Spelman has an RHA, like I had said, so that's the only, is it? I think that's the only freshman Spelman pageant as well on Spelman campus, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, being within pageant culture, you get to experience other pageants. So like, you know, Miss Sophomore, Miss Junior, Mr. Sophomore, Mr. Junior, parties. So I know that's what a lot of incoming first years really want to know is about parties. Trust me, I was interested in that as well, because like if you saw my college decision video, I had mentioned that I was very interested in the party scene at Spelman, because to me Spelman just seems like just this very illustrious college where all we do is study. That's it. That's what it seemed like. But of course, we're number one for a reason, right? Because we get our work done and we do it diligently, we do it right, but we also have fun. You know, there's balance. A Spelman woman does know how to have fun. I'm a perfect example. I know how to have fun, okay? So with the party scene, I will most definitely say you just gotta find your vibe, all right? I know for me, I'm not a very big hip-hop rap person, so I was really looking for the parties where it was like R&B in the title, whatever it was. But I would still go with my friends and have fun at those other types of parties. The party life, it'll seem overrated after a while. When you start going to a lot of them, then you'll just not want to go anymore. I know for like the month of November, December, after homecoming, I think I did not go to any parties. So after October, whenever, I did not go to any parties because I was just all partied out. One thing about it though is finding which party everybody's going to is probably one of the hardest struggles. You don't want to go to a dead party. You don't. It's so lame, and you just be like, I just spent this money for what? Because no one's even at this party. There's a lot of AUC based parties. It'll literally say AUC on it. There's an AUC party page, everything. There are some that are like Georgia State centered. Those are cool too. I've been to one. It was very interesting to say the least. I usually stay within the AUC parties because that's where I know most people, so it's kind of fun. We know a lot of people who go to parties. The 10:30 ticket, they'll tell you you can get in for free till 10:30. Some parties, it's true. Some parties, it's not true. They just do that to get you in the line so they can have a little B-roll, okay? I know people who have gotten in before 10:30 and have never had to pay for a ticket. It happens. Me, first of all, I don't like lines. If you know me, you know I don't do lines. I like to show up when I want to show up. I don't want to show up at 9:30 and wait for an hour. It's just not my forte. It's just not me, not my forte. So I prefer to skip the line. Very controversial because it's about like a $20 ticket, opposed to like a $5 one or a $10 one. Actually, skip the line depends on when you buy it. Skip the line, the prices go up. Depending on when you get it, you could get it at a price of $15. That's probably the least you can get it at though. But if you buy it way in advance, it might just be $10. It might be. But on that note, get there early. Yes, I just said I wouldn't get there at 9:30, but if you want to get into a party, you want to get into free, or you just want to get a good space in line, therefore you don't have to be waiting for hours on end. Get there early. If the party starts at, let's say 10 o'clock, I get there at 9:30. That's just me though. You would not be at the front of the line at 9:30 because there are people who will get there at 9. You could do that too, by all means. I'm not gonna stop you. I just don't like standing in lines. So that's not gonna be me. The party scene at Spelman is there. It's there and alive. There will always be options. There will always be multiple options every single Friday and Saturday. Guaranteed. Even on holiday weekends, even when nobody's even there. I've been sent emails for Christmas and for New Year's. No one's even there, okay? There will always be options. And if you don't go to a party, don't feel left out. There are a whole bunch of people who don't like doing it. I'm one of those people now. I don't really like doing it anymore because it's just not for me at the moment. There's always things to do on campus as well. I know now we have Spelman After Dark is in the suites, and it's after the CAF closes. You get to use your meal swipes and your meal exchanges and all that nice stuff. So you don't have to pay for the food basically, but you get a different type of food than what's in the CAF. So my classes, I really liked my classes last semester. I did. Attendance, I can count how many times on one hand how many times I missed a class, and every single time I missed a class, it's been for a good reason. It's not just been because I don't feel like going. It hasn't been that. Attendance matters. Please, class of 28 and beyond, listen to me when I say go to your classes, because attendance is a part of your grade. I don't know who started that little myth of attendance don't matter in college. At Spelman College, attendance matters, okay? I think attendance is worth 15% of your grade. You can have 100 in a class. You don't go to class, it'll drop to a 90 in a heartbeat. It will. I mean, like, go to class. That's all I can say. Because if you don't, you will definitely see it. And if you're this perfect straight A student, if you don't go to class, it will keep plummeting. You can keep getting to 100 and go back to a 90 every time because you miss class. Some teachers don't take attendance. Gotta love it. Majority of teachers take attendance though. But I keep saying teachers. This is how I'm still trying to adjust, guys. Professors. My bad. ADW. ADW stands for African Diaspora of the World. Get to know it and get to be okay with it. Because if you're not okay with it, you will be miserable. I don't know not one first year that is happy taking ADW because it's a lot of work. It's a required course. It's required. So it's an informative class. I will say that. It's an informative class. But the final was, I don't want to relive that, quite honestly. But that's college. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like, that should be your reason for swaying your, no. Like, it's college. This is how it's going to be. AW definitely was a reality check. It's 2 semesters. I'm taking AW2 this next semester. Next, brother-sister sibling exchange. So this is also one of my favorite topics as well because it was just, the day itself was beautiful. Oh, it was so beautiful. I got blessed to have 2 amazing Morehouse brothers. We literally act like siblings 110%. They treat me like I'm their little sister, which is literally insane because we're the same age. Them 2, they my guys for real. So shout out to Ken and Mew. They made first semester very interesting, to say the least. Very interesting. But for brother-sister exchange, it got canceled twice. After the second time, I think we all just gave up. I think I canceled the first time because of COVID and the second time because of COVID, if I'm not mistaken. But if not, I know one of the times was done because of COVID. It did end up happening. We all looked so cute. We all wore our Sunday best outfits. I'll insert a picture of here, me and my Morehouse brothers. To the Morehouse men who are watching this, get your Spelman sister a gift. And those, some guys didn't want to get their Spelman sister a gift. They were just like, I ain't give her no gift. I was like, okay, all right, that's you. I didn't get her like anything crazy, like some shoes. No, get her a flower. Like literally, like that's all. Like when I say get her a gift, I mean just get her a flower. I got 2 flowers. I got 2 baskets full of goodies. So I got blessed with that. To the Morehouse men next year, just please get your Spelman sister a flower. It'll make her day. Guaranteed, it will. It'll make her feel like you thought about her, even though you didn't know her before. She'll love it. She'll appreciate it. Guaranteed. We woke up early in the morning. I think we might have had to be there around like I think it was 8 o'clock. It's worth it though. Trust me, it's worth it. We sat through a panel of siblings, you know, who exchanged back, you know, when they first did it, and they told us about their experience, you know, some tips they gave us. You're in King Chapel, and you sit there and you listen to the panel, and then you go and they dismiss you by row. Morehouse, Spelmanites, separated, and they dismiss you by row. So when you walk out of King Chapel, it's 2 doors on each side. So when you walk out, you meet each other in the middle, and that's who you walk down with, and that's who your sibling is. Simple as that. Both Morehouse and Spelman had some interesting enrollment this year. Spelman enrolled a lot of girls, a lot. Morehouse enrolled a lot of boys as well, but still we had more. Spelman had more, so I think we had about 700 something, and Morehouse had like 600 something. So it was not an even amount of boys and girls. So some had to share a brother, some had to share a sister. Some got 2 brothers, some got 2 sisters. It was random. Like, you did not know if you were gonna get 2 or not. My roommate got 2. Our friend got 2. I got 2. One of my friends, a lot of my friends got 1 though. A lot of them got 1, or they're sharing a Morehouse brother. It really just depends on how the enrollment looks for your year. We went out to breakfast with my roommate and her new Morehouse brother. So it was so interesting because, like I had said at the beginning of the video, how did RHA and first attendant to Miss LLC, C5. My 2 Morehouse brothers stay in LLC. It just happened to work out that way. And my roommate's Morehouse brother, he's friends with my Morehouse brothers. So like our whole friend group is just a whole bunch of siblings, basically, is what it is. You can adopt a sibling too. That's also an option too. There's no formal way of adopting a sibling. You just be like, hey, you will be my sibling? Sure, yeah. I know people who did that. Nothing wrong with it. So I know I'll probably like, girl, what happened? The camera died, and it's my mama's camera, so she don't have a second battery. So it's actually 1 a.m. It's 1:30 a.m. right now. I just decided to just go ahead and just finishing out my braids and do my hair. Last thing I left off was homecoming. I would rate homecoming like a 7, or I said like a 7 out of 10. I'll start with the opener. So Spelman had an opener. You were like a Clark Atlanta Morehouse student or a Spelman student. You come to Spelman campus, and we had like fireworks and stuff. It was real cute. We had food trucks. It was really cute. Like the Pandora event might have been the next thing. I can't really remember the order, but the Pandora event was basically like a talent show. So people would get up and sing on the stage, whatever. I won $100. I forgot who it was who performed, but it was some guy who performed, and he was like, whoever hears the loudest gets $100. So you know, as a college student, I'm like, I'm gonna be cheering the loudest. So I was over here like, yeah, I got 100. I did. I don't remember what I even spent it on, but I got it, and I just felt invincible that day. I really did. Now the stroll team, they performed in the Pandora event as well. I don't think I have a video of them. I was too concerned with screaming that I didn't record. So I know somebody has the video. If I'll find it, I'll put it there. I had the R&B concert first, I think. That one was okay. I forgot. I don't know who even performed because I've never heard of that person in my life, but it was interesting to say the least. I left early. That's all I have to say about that one. Is that I left early. It was free. It was not, I didn't have to pay for it. It was free, but it was interesting. Me personally, I didn't really like it. It was okay. Hip hop concert. I'm not the biggest Lil Durk fan, so I didn't really enjoy it as everybody else did. It was still good though, like in my opinion. It was still a really good concert. I know like we had some special guests. Bow Wow came out, people looked at me like I was crazy because I was like, Bow Wow. It was like, Sasha was my shit. I'm like, I don't know who Bow Wow is. Like, stop playing. Oh, Cali came out. Scarface came out. Oh, we had V's. It was Lil Durk and friends. It was the friend. It was, bro. Everybody was so upset when J. Cole didn't pop out because they're like, and friends, bet like J. Cole finna be. No. For a Lil Durk fan, you would have really enjoyed yourself. If you're a Lil Durk fan, you would have loved it. Fashion show, that was my favorite event of the week. A whole bunch of, you know, like black-owned designers and stuff. They got to show off their designs, and I really loved it. Some of my friends got to walk the runway. It was so fun seeing them. I think that was my favorite because DC Youngfly ended up showing up because he was promoting Celebrity Squares, I think that's what it's called. It was something on the Oval at Spelman where all the alumni were there. That was probably like the most nerve-wracking thing ever. Like, and let me tell you, okay, here's a freshman tip right here. People were telling me this, but I didn't listen. Hydrate. Oh my. Hydrate during homecoming, bro. The whole entire week, drink a whole bunch of water. Drink a whole bunch of electrolytes. Just do it. Just do it. Just trust me and do it. That day when the alumni were on the Oval, I can't remember that day because I remember I was outside for maybe like an hour. I went back in and I was asleep like the rest of the day because I was just so dehydrated. I felt awful. I felt disgusting. It was like it was just really overwhelming. I'm not gonna hold you. Like seeing all those people on Spelman campus at one time, because Spelman is usually it's pretty quiet. It's not like Market Friday or something. It's really quiet. So to see all those people on campus at one time was like, wow. But it was really cool. Alumni, I love the alumni of Spelman. I really do. I've met some at the airport. Oh, I love them. They're just amazing. They're sweetest. It's like family. Like, it's literally like a sisterhood. I mean, everyone's gonna, you know, say that HBCU has the best alumni, but mine does. It's just what it is. I mean, like, you know what I mean? I keep calling them alumni. They're alumna. Like, at Spelman we say alumna. So for any alumni who are watching this, I apologize. But tailgate, so we got an early start for tailgate. It's so funny because, of course, Spelman doesn't have sports, so we cheer on Morehouse, right? So it's so interesting because everybody is tailgating, like a lot of people don't even go to the game itself because people just like to tailgate. We got there like 9, 10 maybe o'clock a.m. Tailgate starts early and it gets crowded real quick. I don't know if I have a picture or video of like the crowd, but oh my goodness gracious. And when I tell you, like, from every class they have a tent, it's crazy. I really liked the tailgate. It was really cool. Toria Monet, she ended up popping up doing a little concert-ish, I guess you could say. It was cool. Overall, tailgate, I would say tailgate is probably one of my favorite parts of it too as well, and that lasted a long time. Oh my gosh, we was out there probably till like, we were out there for maybe like 10 o'clock to maybe 5. Like, we was out there the whole day, but I loved it. Like, I would do it all over again. I really would. It was so cool. The freshman tips, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I think that's really like the main way you can make friends. I'll also recommend, as a freshman tip, for girls who are going to Spelman, to go to Spellbound. I didn't go to Spellbound because I was doing track. I wish I would have went to Spellbound. Like, my dad told me to go to Spellbound. I was like, no, I got track. No, go to Spellbound because I can tell that you meet a lot of your friends at Spellbound. A lot of people already came in to college with friends because of Spellbound. And of course, like, those people who are close during Spellbound, you know, that's cool. You're gonna be able to get close to people too as well. I just feel like it gives you just a leg up if you go to Spellbound to meet your class, connect with people. Honestly, yeah, I would definitely recommend Spellbound for sure. Put yourself out there. I know with RHA and the whole pageant thing, I'm happy I put myself out there for that. I feel like if I didn't, I wouldn't know the people that I know now. It's a great networking opportunity. If you don't put yourself out there, you're just not. I feel like your experience won't be what you think it should be. I was one of those people that was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how to make friends. You just gotta put yourself out there. You gotta step out your comfort zone and just do it. Obviously, like, God will put people in your life for sure, 110%. but you have to make that effort as well. So of course, stay true to who you are. So don't go into college trying to just be someone different. Like, just don't. It's very obvious when you do. It just makes it a lot easier too for you to make friends when you're really who you are, because you really know who's your friend and like who's best for you as a friend and all those types of things. So just be your true self going into college. Don't try to switch up. None of that. At the end of the day, the people who, like I said, are supposed to be in your life will be in your life. So whoever doesn't like you for your personality, they're not supposed to be in your life, and vice versa, you know? Go to as many on-campus events as possible. That includes like Market Friday. On campus, I mean at Spelman and at Morehouse. A lot of the events are Spell House based. Even at Clark Atlanta, go to those too. Great network. I'm very big on networking. Anyone who knows me knows that. That's something I'm very passionate about. On-campus events are very good for networking, getting to know people, because you never know who you'll need to know in the future, and vice versa. Definitely go to as many on-campus events as possible, at least ones that interest you. Don't just be going to them just to go to them. Make sure they interest you. Don't be afraid to go on Morehouse campus. Don't be afraid of Morehouse, y'all. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's so funny because it's like oh my gosh, like it's so many. No, like honestly, the ones that I met, sweetest boys ever. Don't be afraid to just interact with boys over in Morehouse. I think they're pretty cool. I'm not gonna force you to do it, that's for sure. I feel like people are gonna be people. So, you know, like anywhere you go, whether it's a girl or a boy, like people are gonna be messy or whatever. And that's another thing. Like, you may think, okay, I'm done with high school, it's a wrap, I'm over it. No, babes, you're going to high school 2.0. I'm not even gonna hold you. People don't mature that fast. You just gotta realize it. And that's what I have to realize in college. Is like, it's drama, back to back. It doesn't matter what college you go to, it's just how it's gonna be. Like, we're all fresh out of high school, so like to switch on that mature switch is kind of crazy. I wasn't feeling it. I keep me out of it. I don't like it. I don't. I like peace in my life. So whenever something does happen to me, I get flustered because I'm like, all I want is peace. How do I get dragged into this? You know, it's always something, you know what I mean? Y'all, I'm so excited. I get new dining dollars this semester. So if you know what dining dollars are, so we get dining dollars, meal exchange, and meal swipes over at Spelman. Dining dollars can be used in Lower Manley, which has like Slutty Vegan, sushi, convenience store, which also sells boba and sandwiches. Your meal exchanges also get to be used down there as well. For those who don't know the difference between meal exchange and dining dollars, you get 200 dining dollars a semester, and they're used like money. So everything that's just charged your dining dollars, it's not like, oh, $1 for this, $1 for that. No, it's $1.37. You know, so it's used as like actual money. It's like a part of your tuition. As meal exchanges, you get 5 per week. So use them wisely, basically. And they do not add up to each other. So if you don't use all 5, it's not you're gonna get 10 the next week. No, you just have 5 the next week. Nothing carries over, but you basically start every week with 5 new ones. So I can't wait for my new dining dollars, y'all. Cause I basically ran out last semester, and I was pretty sad. But use some dining dollars wisely. Oh my gosh, because when they're gone, and you have to use your own money. And then the calf. Eating the calf how many every time you want. And you can go there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're not gonna charge you for it. You just swipe your card. That's the meal swipe. Meal exchange and dining dollars are used downstairs. Meal swipes are used upstairs in the calf. I can't tell you the best dorm. The best dorm would be the one with the AC, which would be LLC 1. You could be an honor student or a Bonner scholar to get into LLC 1. If not that, then baby, you just ain't got no AC. I'm sorry. You'll be okay. I've survived the whole semester. I'm gonna survive another one. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask me. Like, I'm an open book for real. I really am. I'm willing to answer any of them, honestly, to make your decision easier or to make your process just easier in general. But with that being said, go check out my move-in vlog. I think that would be also very helpful for an incoming first year at Spelman, especially if you're moving to HH. It's now 1:53 a.m. It was really nice talking to y'all again. I miss this. I will definitely be doing this a lot more. Please, yes, be expecting a lot more videos. Like I said, if you have any questions, comment them down below. DM me on Instagram. Congratulations to the class of 2028. at Spelman College. Welcome to the sisterhood. I'm so excited to meet y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it if you made it this far. You're a real one, for real. Like, honestly, I love you guys. Stay safe and God bless. Bye.